tumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Onanay kachu. King kuno ba mulirachi kun tong napun siya nyunyan. Kababol pa mulchi kamana.
Ichuta, yun patisa, imba ni Calo Nord kun.
Kipuna! Kawatumpa kulpa yiya mokapata! Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa yiya!
What?
Yeah.
You asked for this!
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tongki pa nonku nek abog.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Sì, gratullo da pograshi ogni un compa cintono muchuba. Loda dita kun. Ida patisa batua kacha tutong. Bagrasha kon tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachwish yunku. Jodo jitbungaranta.
Kachikun ida hodonga. Ikinkuno bamulera chikun. Simo podonar de hodunga ku hunkabe. Kachikun ida hodonga. Ikinkuno bamulera chikun. Simo podonar de hodunga ku hunkabe. Tolpa da pongwale kanduna ku chuchut. Kabadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanay kuchu. Hawaga boska chokola. Muchacha panka. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong na bungsha nununya. Tong patukasmak talea. Tong abong siya umina. Wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kababol pa mulji kumana. Witam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata tuwanga chuntize. Igruto haga jijiwa. Watajuma wana wama hulhu natek. Kuyami juz chikata na patogaya hulki kokogala jiji. Gawana bot atagwa. Kagidora tikun watatimo na iya bola. Witam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata tuwanga chuntize. Igruto haga jijiwa. Watajuma wana wama hulhu natek. Ke puna bunanai chatu chimba muleratawan to chimba no kunik kabatumpa ku peliano momakata wanga kubist tiabol mulia Ka ching chana na wakapa kon. Kabadumpa ku peleon ponantea. Kabadumpa ku palia mukapata. Bunana chaku. Ikung kono pule marachiko. Dong nabong siya nunya. Kababolpa mulji kuna. Manaman atota. Hakijukrata bola shui chongatong. Chongkin no bunka mulera kunkile. Kunkile no ba. Watende chokolo uno ku mulera. Watana wama mulera. Kenchun juba shak. No bule mulera ji jonitun. Turji chiwi itado. Bola una dichek. Pala mures limo wanga kun bisching. Onda di hotonga kun hangabi. Ona kun bez ching palamule. Tonking ba nunotek. Togning chatukune muleraves.
Greetings, stranger. My name is Gelroot. Are you a Pazak player by chance? It's so hard for me to find a match now that I've been banned from the Upper City Cantina. A simple misunderstanding. Some of the other Pazak players don't understand the finer points of the game. So what if I win 15 matches in a row? That doesn't mean I cheat. That's no justice. My lucky Pazak deck was confiscated and I was banned from the Upper Cantina. Since then, I've been desperate to find a match. If you want to ask questions, go talk to Zax in the Bounty Office. He knows everything that's happening on Taris. I'm just here to play Pazak. So do you want to play or not? If you're ever looking for a match and you get tired of posturing in the Upper Cantina, just come down here and find me. I'll play you anytime.
Go away.
Chiska nichu. Kimba muli ratwanaji. Kimba no kunitsat abong. Kakincha nawabakaon. Tung abashun ni chunchi.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa kurpa iya moka paata! Chiyoka kutumpa kurpa iya!
One.
Oscar! Chiska nichu. Kahupa botenya go GGPT.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa ku palea muka bata. Jiyoka kutumpa ku pelea.
Two.
Kiyokaku! Kimba muli radwanaji. Kuyami juski chika nai. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Chiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Une podo. Rananu prata donko shirkasha. Jum apike.
Three.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean? My name's Holden. Maybe you've heard of me. I work for Davik Kang. I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's always sending me off-planet to deliver and bring back packages. He knows he can trust me to follow my orders to the letter. Plus, I used to be an intergalactic customs agent, so I know all the tricks they use to catch smugglers. That gives me the edge I need on my courier runs. It's not like it's some big secret. It's kind of hard for Davik to keep a low profile when he belongs to a big intergalactic crime syndicate like the Exchange. Davik's ship is the fastest one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebon Hawk can't get off Taris until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes. You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the Bounty Office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade. Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
And I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me. What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty. Well, I guess you may be right. Besides, I've noticed some of the girls around here are giving me the cold shoulder since all this started. Okay, you win. Dia can live. Don't worry, I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like Bantha Poodoo.
Kuyami, Juski, Chica Nai. Tong Patoga Smaktilia. Dabi, Yubong, Kuki, Pankpa. Tong Ituamaji, Human Acting, Ikatune.
Who you call a little girl, Chuba Face?
Ubabatu Conchi. She's got a soki, Kupa Bona na Chachu.
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects. Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Chiyokaku! Kimba Muli Rapwanaji. Kuyami, Juski, Chica Nai. Ubabaska Dwana Chichopa Muska. She's got a soki, Kupa Bona na Chachu.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Chupasa! Kimba Muli Rapwanaji. Kaba Volpa Mulji Gumaya.
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee. It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Taris, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need... We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team. Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Taris, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord. Davik's part of the intergalactic crime syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the Exchange. There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Vulkars and the Hidden Beks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Bek Base. The Beks are led by Gadden Bek. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkars, he was a Hidden Bek. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son. When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Vulkars, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Beks from the face of Taris. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Vulkars' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane. Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zax Bounty Office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock. You going? Yeah, this dive's pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go. Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Bek Base.
Uchiwa penki, tong tuamaji, human act in ikatune, chi ita kanki, chana kilikon, chiwa ita kanki. Ciao baso, Gino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba, Noku Nexag. Patoga Yakuli Kokala Gigi, Tinkuin Koka, Tongkit Wanaji, Satkat Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tonkpa Noku Nek Abom, Smilia, Tinkuin Koka, Patoga Yakuli Kokala Gigi. Ki Mulira Kunkin. Tong hitwama ag iinko tune. Topa na otobokasa, pampa ki mulira kunkin. Changwaba chinyo, shangwi chama ucha, wish uyong kun. Kimba no konik docha, patisa, patisa. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska, kimba nikcha loda kun. Iyuma batmalyaw no wish, kakincha nawabakaon. Kun muliras nino poywanga, tog kimba, no kun neksag. Chachiska, topa na otobokasa. Kakincha nawabakaon, bagwa siyang kontimachit
Chikun ida hodonga, iking kuno pamulera chikun. Semo podonar di hodunga ku hunkabe. Chi gratulo da pograshi onion kompa chintono muchuba. Loda dita kun, ida patisa batua kachatutong. Pagrasha kon tichaka Chupakaha, chopa chawachuish, yunku. Jodo jit bungarantang, takum justak miki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadana nanga kumbist mule rabes. Chi gratu loda pograshi onion kompa chintono muchuba. Loda dita kun, ita patisa batua kachatutong. Pagrasha kon tichaka Jubakaha, Chopa, Chawachuish, Yunku, Jodo, Jitbungaranta. Kavadumpa, Kupalia, Mukapata, Budana Chaku, Ikun Kono Pule Marachiko, Dong Nabung Shanunya, Kavavolpa Mulji Kunda. Janshak Pulara, Umrao Chiska Duchi, On Chubanjishka Yankee, Titoke Gratun, Kun Chicha Kun, King Kachachonobra, Bogra Walano Tumbacha, Nechi Chuna Chubaching, Lordai Itaku, Shangji Locha Wana Wama, Kavavolpa Mulji Gumana, Kinchun Shishine Chene Kun. Dobale muleraji kun. Wanamon Kuznes, Chingapula Mulan, Tuderana Prata, Dunko, such a domam toma?
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu, yin kin kun noba mulerachi kun, tong nabun shanuyang. Ti umpa dokuntaki. Ti kondo una chabachisa wanki. Ti toki grantu con chichan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi kon chuva kin lorta ika kun. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kin ba mulera dwana. Don kin ba no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata. Ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Kakin chana guana boklon. Tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun bis kin ba mulara. Choni yun tun jiji ida dwana. Kava vulpa mulji gumana. Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin. Ni kin kun ban mulara jikun. Wama kun bes. Ching pala mule. Tune rana nu prata. Donko searcha domatama? Witimembo rangthong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu hakujije. Watu yama kama wuna henak nek. Kin kun shi kakichin awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun pala mona reji. Ching pala niska mule tun ratatikin potranko. Desearcha doma wana kundatama. Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yuma wama nibo lora waisha waga shiching.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita mondunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist ule rabes. Runda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mule rabes.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wuna henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok. Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawa gawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tong abuk sha nagnong.
Tag bis tu ponko koki bakpaka. Ching pala chiska mule tunarana nu prata tunko sicha tuma wamama tus keva toma. Nisha julorcha kinkuno bule rajiku.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin. Ni kin kun ban mulara jikun. Wama kun bes. Ching pala mule. Tune rana nu prata. Donko searcha domatama? Witimembo rangthong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu hakujije. Watu yama kama wuna henak nek.
tong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata tuanga chun tize. Igruto hanga jijiwa. Wata juma wana hu wama hulhu na tek.
Witimembo rang thong. Mulira on shanturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu haku jije. Watu yama kama wona henak nek.
Chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podonaro di hodonga ku kabe.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin. Nikin kun ban mula rag jikun. Wama kun bes. Ching pala mule. Tune rana nu prata. Donko searcha domatama?
Ucha hodonga ya fulke. Chachiska do punta casa baka. Pana auto.
Mokao dang yafoki. Chachiska do punta kakaspaka. Bano oto.
Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolba bank wale oganda naru chuchut. Moga siya ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kubis mule rabes.
Gigi hakuji lorcha kin kuna. Vamule rigjikun. Kaji chutula podo to punto casa tabonk. Aita haudanga wala ganto da nagato chuchu mukiti chokai. Ti umpekrita. Witi membo rang thong. Mulira on shanturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu haku jije. Watu yama kama wona henak nek.
Kipona. Ona na kacho. Kimba mulera tuana. Taupa botenya kochocho piti. Kala tumpa kulpa hiya mokata. Wanga kumbis. Kimba mulera. Kakinchana kokba kon. Kala tumpa kulpa hiya botenya. Kachicho naifa odunga. Taukum justak mike grabel mogo. Tulpada vunkua gando da naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa. Boya wana chikni. Vamul slimo poda na wanga kumbis. Mulira vest. Rundi hautunga tonkimba nang kongek. Wana kumbis. Chimpa ya mul. Kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo. Kunne mulira vest. Chioka con molera. Quien conjo peshak. No va moleraji. Chorion toranchi. Aitatia. Pula una chinek. Va molera slimo anga kubiskin. Kachicho naifa odunga. Taukum justak mike grabel mogo. Tulpada vunkua gando da naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa. Boya wana chikni. Vamul slimo poda na wanga kumbis. Mulira vest. Chibedu anani bobo. Tongan shanun yang. Muchitito aki jijaku. Taris manaris. Donjone hakonon. Mulera yonunaze. Jijing wibidwa naita wish. Muline momoni. Ubana tula voda. Yami jusa. Ayo honopis. Tuula jiyokako.
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that, as long as we don't end up on the list of their victims.
Tumiranano prata tunkyo. Searcha toma. Kalavui pamulji kumana. Kinkon shashikin.
Neken koinova myleraajekun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tunera no puatadunko.
Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
Kachichon naifaudunga. Taukum justak mike grabilmogo. Turpadavun kuayagando naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa. Boyawana chikni. Bamul slimo podana wanga kumbis. Muliravest. Labuda na winkis matoma. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuunkavi. Labuda na winkis matoma. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuunkavi. Innova mulera kinkun chikun. Mucha shag pangpa. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamul kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Kachicho naifa hautunga. Taukum justak mike grabilmogo. Turpadavun kuayagando danaga chuchut. Moga shampumpa. Boyawana chikni. Bamul slimo podana wanga kumbis. Mulirabest. Kipuna. Ona naikacho. Kimba muliratwana. Taupa botenya gojojo piti. Kawadumpa kulpaiya mokata. Wanga kumbis. Kimba mulira. Kakinchana kokbakon. Kawadumpa kulpaiya botenya. Tunirana no prata tunkyo. Searcha toma toma. Kawadumpa mulchi. Kumana. Kinkon shashiken. Neken koinova mulera jekun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tunirana no puatadunko. Tunirana no prata tunkyo. Searcha toma toma. Kawawipa mulchi. Kumana. Kinkon shashiken. Neken koinova mulera jekun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tunirana no puatadunko. Chiyoka kolmolera. Kinkonjo peshak. Nova muleraji. Chariyon torang chi. Aitatia. Bulauna chinek. Bamulera slimo anga kubis. Kinkava pudo. Tunirana no pratadunko. Searcha. Joapanki. Rundi hautunga tonkin banangkong. Tunirana no prata tunkyo. Searcha toma toma. Kawawipa mulchi. Kumana. Kinkon shashiken. Neken koinova mulera jekun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tunirana no prata dunko. Taris manaris. Tonjonea hakono. Mulera yonumaze. Teaching wibidwana itawish. Muline bomoni. Ubana pula boda. Yamijusa. Ayo honopis. Tuulaji yokaku. Kavadumpa kulpiye yamokapata. Chiskani jo. Yinkin konoba mule. Rachikun. Tognavung shanunyang. Kavavulpa mulchi. Kumana. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamul kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabest. Jibeduanani bogo. Rundi hautongat. Taris manaris. Donjone ahakono. Mulerayo nunaze. Jijing wibeduanai tawish mulide bogoni. Ubanatu laboda yamijusa. Ayo honopis tuulaji yokaku tonga buksha unenong. Kavavol pamulsli kumanabak mulira. Juniyun tunjiji aifadwana. Kavavol pamulsli kumana. Rundi hautongato. Tuniranano prata tunkyo searcha toma. Kavavul pamulji kumana. Kinkon shashikin. Neken kolnova mulera jikun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tuniranano prata tunko. Kachichon naifa haudunga. Taukum justak mike grabil mogo. Turpada vunkoja gandoda naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa, boyawa na chikni. Bamul slimo koda na wanga kumbis, mulirabest. Rundi hautonga tonkimba nangkongkek. Wana kumbis, chimpaya mul kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabest. Kava tumpa kulpi yeya mokabata. Chiskani chok. Yinkin kono bamure rachikun. Togna wong shanunjang. Kava vulpa mulje kumana. Taris manaris. Donjone ahakono. Mulerayo nunaze. Jijing wibeduanai tawish mulide bogoni. Ubanatu laboda yamijusa. Ayo honopis tuulaji yokaku. Laboda na rinkis matoma. Yinkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Tonga buksha unenong. Kavavol pamulsli kumanabak mulira. Juniyun tunjiji aifadwana. Kavavol pamulsli kumana. Laboda na rinkis matoma. Yinkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Taris manaris. Donjone ahakono. Mulerayo nunaze. Jijing wibeduanai tawish mulide bogoni. Ubanatu laboda yamijusa. Ayo honopis tuulaji yokaku. Tonga toras materia. Ashuta. Wonga kundis dolpiki konyana. Tuniranano prata tunkyo searcha toma. Kavavul pamulji kumana. Kinkon shashikin. Neken kolnova mulera jikun. Wama kumbes chimpala muli. Tuniranano prata tunko akuchikopa. Jino mulera king pajak slimo puituana. Kachichon naifa haudunga. Taukum justak mike grabil mogo. Turpada vunkoja gandoda naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa boyawa na chikni. Vamos poda na wanga kombis muliraves. Laboda na rinkis matoma. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuhunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimba nankongek. Wana kumbis chimpayamui kunhunkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne muliraves. Laboda na rinkis matoma. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuhunkavi. Chiyoka kolmolera. Kin kunjo peshak. Nova muleraji. Jarion toranki. Aitatia. Mula una chimek. Ba mulera slimo anga kubiskin. Tomba toras materia. Kipona. Ona na kajo. Kimba mulera tuana. Taupa botenya gojojo piti. Kava tumpa kulpa iya mokata. Wanga kumbis kimba mulera. Kakinchana kokba kon. Kava tumpa kulpa iya botenya. Rundi hautonga ton kimba nankongek. Wana kumbis chimpa yamui kunhunkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne muliraves. Kachicho naifa odunga. Taukum justak mike grabilmoga. Torpada vunkoya gandoda naga chuchut. Moga shampumpa boya wana chikni. Vamul slimo poda na wanga kombis muliraves. Torpada vunkoya gandoda naga chuchut. Kawana bota awiyat tagwa kankidora. Chilo murabini bobo. Wonga kumbistan bamulera. Tonga ito anjiji yumalikpa. Agin kotu tonga buksha umenong. Kava volpa mulsli. Kumanabak mulera. Chuni yun tunjiji. Aifatuana. Kava volpa mulsli. Kumana. Tunirana no prata tuncho. Searcha toma toma. Kava volpa mulsi. Kumana. Kinkon shashiken. Neken kolnova mulera jekun. Wama kumbes. Chimpaya muli. Tunirana no prata tunko. Taris manaris. Tongjo mea hakonong. Mulera yonumaze. Jijing wibedwana itawish. Muline bomoni. Ubana tula boda. Yamijusa. Ayo honopis. Tuulaji yokaku. Tawana rota. Ayot tagwa. Kankidova na imejus. Kojis kanayo. Toga ya fulke. Gokola jiji. Wachanichu. Laboda na rinkis matoma. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuhunkavi. Chibedwana ni bobo. Tongamun shanungang. Muchitito aki jijaku.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden Bek Base. How do I know you're not a Vulkar spy sent to kill Gadon Thek? A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the hidden Bek's open door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulkar gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now. Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulkars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base, not with Zerdra watching his back. Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The hidden Beks are watching you.
Hold it right there. Who are you, and what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brejik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you? A foreign army invades Taris, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation. They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brejik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen. I don't see any harm in that. What did you want to know?
Very tactful. Are you itching for a fight or something?
How dare you? I should kill you where you stand.
Calm down, Zerdra. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. As you can see, I lost my eyes in a swoop racing crash. I rely on these artificial replacements to see now. But my blindness was not the worst consequence of my accident. My affliction was what eventually led to this war between my Beks and the Vulkars. When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed I would step down as leader of the hidden Beks and let Brejik, my most trusted follower, take over. But with my ocular implants, I can still see well enough to lead this gang, and I knew Brejik wasn't ready to take over yet. Unfortunately, Brejik didn't agree with me. In a rage, he left to join our arch-rivals, the Black Vulkars. A lot of the younger gang members followed him, and soon he and his followers had taken control of the Vulkar gang. Brejik is a proud man. My decision was a public humiliation for him. Maybe if I had stepped down, this gang war could have been avoided.
Don't fool yourself, Gadon. Brejik wants to control the lower city gangs. If you'd stepped down, he'd have led the Beks against the Vulkars. He wanted this war, one way or another.
I know you're right, Zerdra. Brejik won't rest until I am dead and the Beks are no more. But it's hard to accept the truth of his betrayal. I don't see any harm in that. What did you want to know? Not while the Sith quarantine is in place. Even the fastest smuggler ships can't break the blockade of the fleet surrounding the planet without the proper launch codes. Any ship leaving the Taris atmosphere without the proper codes would be instantly disintegrated by blaster cannons fired by the Sith fleet's automated targeting systems. I don't see any harm in that. What did you want to know? The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But You don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadden. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda. I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Beks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner. Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
They still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her. I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race. I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hidden Beks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back. Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Veo.
Mission? Gadden, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the Undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her. She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity. But you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator. A simple disguise might have worked on the upper city guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past it. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway. I like to be prepared. Eventually, the Sith are going to try to drive us out of the Undercity. Sith disguises might give my people the edge we need in a crucial battle. Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? I suggest you hurry. The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
Calo Nord,
une podo, rananu prata donko shirkasha, jum abike.
Gelfa, Orisian Gelfa, Inogan Gelfa. Hier vorne Gurisa, du in der Hand, wenn du das.
Yes?
Here!
You guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
Gavatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Bonanay kachu. Hinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tong na bunsha nyunyan. Gavavulpa mulchi kamana.
Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukunde mulerabes.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way? Okay.
Tunipudu. Rana no prata dungno sercha. Ichua penki.
Watana wama mulera. Kenchun jupashak. Nowa bule muleraji. Jonitun turji chiwi itado. Bola una dichek. Palamure slimo wanga kun bisching.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Canderous. You better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Those Vulkars are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden Beks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down. I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
There, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came. I'm not here to answer your questions. My orders are to guard the elevator. Now either show me the proper security papers or move along. Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat-ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.